Hello everyone, this is the Mysterious Viewer, and today we're going to be having a look at the Son of Batman animated movie, Batman. If you haven't seen the animated movie, it's a pretty good one. So if you haven't seen it, I would suggest seeing it. But anyways, let's get on to the review. To start off, this is all he comes with, just Batman himself. It's a shame really that they don't have that he didn't really come with a batarang or anything, especially with the open hand that he has. It looks like there would be a grapnel gun that would fit in there, but yet there's nothing. But overall, he is a nice figure, even though he doesn't have any accessories or any display stand. As a standalone Batman, he's a good figure. The other ones in this wave are Damian as Robin, Deathstroke, and I think there's Nightwing. I'd probably pass on the Nightwing because I already have the Grey Capullo Nightwing, and that's my favorite Nightwing. And the Nightwing from the toy line of the animated series. Not the animated series, but the Nightwing from this series doesn't really look good to me. I really just think the Batman, the Deathstroke, and the Damian look the best. But this Batman, for $20, it's high because you don't get any accessories or a display stand. But I got it on Amazon for $10, so to me that's a really good deal considering it's a 6-inch Batman action figure, which retail is $20. So $10 off. That way, it's really good for that price. And even if you don't like how its articulation isn't that good, even if you really wanted that articulation, for $10 you can't beat it. Really. But something about this figure I really like, and I do not know what it is. But let's take a closer look at the Batman himself. Alright, so taking a closer look at his face, I personally, it is a little just plain, the face expression really, but it's not a bad face. I do like how it transitions into the cape. That's one of my favorite parts, is it really looks like it's just one piece. And honestly, the face to me isn't that bad. I actually like the face, even though it is a little plain. The eyes, they're a little more silver than a white, if the camera will get it. Can't really tell on the camera, but in person it's a little more silver than white. And the only problem with the face really is the lips have this like glossy pink on it. And some people think it looks like lipstick. Me personally, I don't really think it looks like lipstick, but I just wish they kind of did a black line in the middle, because that's how it is in the animated movie. But the paint on this is actually really good, especially the bat logo, if we can get that. It's pretty crisp. It's not very splotchy really, it's in the center. Especially these lines, they're not splotchy, it doesn't really ever fade away. They really did a good job on the panel lines. Okay, but my biggest complaint about this figure is the utility belt. These little like pieces here, they're barely raised. Like it's basically a painted on utility belt. And I just wish they would have made it like a sculpted, more of a sculpted utility belt, because this is more just painted on. Even though these parts are raised a little bit, you can see they're just a little tiny bit raised. But I just really wish that it was more of a sculpted utility belt than painted, but it's whatever, I guess. I mean, I can see where they're going because it's based off the animated design, and I don't know, I just wish it was an actual, like, utility belt, you know? But that's really my biggest complaint, and one of my only complaints. Other than that, well, the only other complaint is the articulation, which we'll get in a little bit. But just taking a closer look down here, you see the panel lines just keep going down. And it really is a nice figure. It's just, there's a couple of things that are a little weird about it. But looking down at the feet, there's also panel lines in the boots. And let me just change the camera settings real quick, and then so we can have a better look at them. Be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I just had to change the lighting a little bit, but we're back now. So going on to the boots here. Come on. Sorry, I don't have the best camera. But I'm trying my best here. You can see it a little bit. Just there's panel lines in the boots. It's kind of like a blue and gray costume. I mean, the blue is a grayish blue, I would say. You know. But man, my camera is just not picking up those panel lines very good on the boots. Well, anyways, on the bottom of the feet, it's just a gray. Yeah, there's 2 peg holes, but yet no display stand to speak of. But looking at the back of him real quick, and then we'll look at the cape a little bit more. But just looking at the back, he has those panel lines in there too. Panel lines all down the leg. I really do like how they still kept the panel lines going through here, and it never really faded out or anything. Also, you notice on the elbows, there's like elbow pads, I guess. Another thing, though, is say for like the bat, his like what would you call those? His blades, I guess. They're a soft plastic and they're bendable. So mine came a little bit warped out of the packaging. This one you can see better. You can kind of see it. You can see it more better in person, but they were a little warped. Same with the ears. They are a soft plastic. As you can see, actually in the ears, this one is bent. As you can see, it's a soft plastic. But I mean, at least they won't like exactly. They're not as brittle, I guess. But so yeah, let's go on to the articulation. Oh wait, let's look at the cape. I forgot. I actually do really like this cape. You got the points. Nice sculpting in the cape. It's a nice cape, and it's a nice Batman overall. If you like Batman, or even if you just like the movie, or even if you just don't even, well, it's a good figure is what I'm saying. So I think it's a good price. You should get it for $10 on Amazon. Even for 20, yeah, it's a high price, but it's still a pretty good figure. Now onto the articulation, where it's my biggest complaint. This is only 3 complaints: the mouth, ear, the warping of the ears, and the like blades on his arm, and the articulation. Now the articulation isn't super bad. It's not like the old DC Directs. It's better than that, but as we'll go on, it has a ball joint in the head, left, right. It goes down a very good amount, but it doesn't really go up. It barely tilts up. And then he has a head pivot, or a neck pivot, which is nice. His arms, they go forward, good amount, back. Now, since the cape's over the shoulders, when you move the arms forward, if you can get this bicep joint, because it swivels, if you can get it underneath the cape, you can get a bigger range of motion. And they go out, not too much. And it's not because of the cape, it's just the joints. It kind of stinks that they only go out that much, but it's whatever. Swivel at the bicep. Even though it's a single bend, it's a pretty good single bend in the elbow, as well as a swivel. That's it for the arms. One thing, I wish they took the swivel from the elbow and put it right here, because you can't swivel the wrist, and that stinks, really. And it's kind of pointless to have the elbow swivel when you already have this, so they should have just taken the elbow swivel out and put it on the forearm. That's just one thing. Nothing in the waist. An ab crunch I understand because it's the design, but at least a swivel somewhere, either below the belt or above it. But I mean, I guess it's whatever. But the legs kick forward a very good amount. Kinda go back. He has good leg splits there. There's no swivel really. It kind of moves, but it's just because it's on a ball joint. He has a single bend in the knee, which doesn't really bend in that far, but it's nice to have anyways. And that's it for the articulation. Even though all my complaints, and it might seem like I don't even like this figure, I really do. And it's really only 3 complaints: the articulation, the mouth, and the more I look at it, the more I don't really think the mouth looks weird. So I guess I really only have 2 complaints: the warping of the ears and the blades on his back gloves, and the articulation. But overall, even with the lazy articulation, you can still get good poses out of him if you try. But overall, I do like the Batman. I like the design of him. And I'm sorry this was a long review, but thank you all for watching. And I know it's been a while, but thank you all for watching. And I will see you in my next video. See ya.